Well, hello and welcome back to beautiful Newport, Rhode Island. This is Niall Silverman, normally joined alongside by Andrew Pizzelli. He's over at a wedding in New Jersey. He won't be here today. Well, folks, if you've missed Seahawk baseball in Newport, Rhode Island, we are back. And if you've missed Seahawk baseball for the last 2 weeks, let me tell you about it. It's been a good week for the Seahawks in conference play. They are still undefeated, 9-0-2, the two ties, which does lead the country in ties. Over the last 7 games, Dustin Cicada has been a name to watch, to say the least. He's on a 7-game hitting streak, hitting .346 in his last 8 games. He's now up to .290 overall. He started last week at .207. So to pull himself up to that .290 mark is not only good for him, but exactly what the Seahawks needed with the shortstop Michael Breen going down with the injury. Somebody had to step up, not only playing shortstop, but filling a monumental role of the top hitter on the team going down. Dustin Cicada has done just that and playing great defense along the way. Braden Clark was certainly a name to watch in his start against Curry the other day. In 5 innings, he was, get this, perfect. No hits, no walks through 5. Another name that's been big for the Seahawks here in the last 2 weeks is Chris Veneruso. Chris Veneruso is a player that we had talked about on the broadcast a little bit, talking about how his approach in the plate had been correct and he was doing all the things that a hitter should do. His bat just hadn't really caught up with that yet. And it was a matter of time until he got his bat going. He had a .400 on-base percentage while still hitting in the low hundreds. So he was hitting about 100 with an on-base of about .400. He ended up, continuing that approach he had in the box, and now his bat has come alive. In the last 8 games, Chris Veneruso leads the team in most major categories, including averaging .462 in his last 8 games. His on-base percentage during that time, .563. And his pure slugging, not on-base plus slugging, his pure slugging has been .846 during those last 8 games, all of which lead the team. It's been a phenomenal 8-game stretch for Chris Veneruso, and in the same way that it mattered for Dustin Cicada to step up and be a player that the Seahawks can count on, the same goes for Chris Veneruso. With Breen going down, that moves Cicada over to shortstop, second base being the primary spot for Cicada. So with him going to short, Veneruso had no choice but to step up. That was his new position. He was going to be the starting everyday second baseman, and he has certainly done that, not just in a passing way, but if we're talking about grades, this is college after all, A++, about as good as it gets. He's setting the standard for the team and how they want to play offensively and defensively. There's more to come, other impressive hitters and pitchers, but now it's game time. On the mound for the Seahawks is number 21, the grad student, Patrick Maybach. He's coming into the year with a 2.43 ERA, averaging about 11 strikeouts per 9 innings. Very good numbers for him. First pitch of the day here on the way. And that is in there for a strike. Good piece of pitching to start it off for Pat Maybach. Now the 0-1 pitch. Beautiful shape on that curveball. He missed. I can't believe that, but it will well, not much to say. Great curveball. If you couldn't see it, the shape on it was perfect. Good apex. Comes down there. Just missed the zone, apparently. The 1-1 pitch. And that is in there for a strike. Now the count moves to 1-2. Good pitcher's count here for Maybach. We'll see what he's able to do. Does he go back to the curveball? He does. Fouled off the batter's foot. And it took us all of 4 pitches to get Eric Sorella involved in this game. Clean play, picks it cleanly, tosses it to the umpire. He is 1 for 1, fielding 1,000 here today. Again, Maybach with his 1-2 pitch. Up high. The wind really blowing out here in Newport, Rhode Island. Out towards center field. This one hit to center field. Grover is there. He's under it, and he makes the play. 1 up, 1 down for Patrick Maybach. A good way to start the game off for him and the Seahawks, retiring the leadoff batter. For NYU, the team we are playing here today, they come into the game 18-10, and they're a top-heavy lineup. They've been a good hitting team, to say the least. 18-10. It certainly speaks volumes about who they are as a program. But they have 4 hitters that are over the 330 mark, 3 of which are over 345. First pitch in there from Maybach is a strike. And those 3 players are doing most of the damage in terms of slugging, in terms of average. They're 3 of the main pieces of this team. That hitter, leadoff hitter, certainly one of them. Count moves to 1-1. But if you can work through those top 4 batters, it certainly becomes less daunting to face the rest of this lineup. Pitch is not in there for a strike. Count is 2-0. The leadoff hitter was today's center fielder, Carr. Now 2-0 here for Maybach. This one hit right side. Veneruso is there, plays it tough hop, throws first in time. 2 up, 2 down. Good play there by Veneruso. Ball took a big hop. He had to field that one above his head. And that brings the third baseman Dunn up to the plate. This is the leading hitter. He's hitting 373 on the year. First pitch from Maybach, way inside. Today's defense looks like this over at third base. Everyday third baseman Will McCarthy. Shortstop is Dustin Cicada. Second base Chris Veneruso. And every game, the first baseman Tyler Canoe. Right field Petrosino. In center field, it is Brandon Grover. Great curveball there for Maybach. That one does catch part of the zone. Count moves 1-1. Center field Grover, and in left field, the all-conference junior who is finding his way offensively as if he hadn't been already, but he's really stepping it up. This one hit right side, but it is foul. Matt D'Amato is playing left field. Matt D'Amato, another one of those guys for the Seahawks who's been very hot his last 8 games, above 300 during that time. Has the home run, which came in the onslaught that was the Seahawks offense over in Boston. 1-2 pitch from Maybach up high. Counts now 2-2, evened up, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 2-game series over in Boston, the Seahawks hit not 1, not 2, not 3. This one hit left side, and it is through past the sliding Cicada. So a single, first hit of the day, goes to the third baseman, Dunn. He continues his hot start to the year. Connor Rogero now up for the NYU team. Maybach with a long hold. First pitch in there for a strike. There's not a pitcher in the country who doesn't benefit from getting ahead early. It's one and the same with doing your job as a pitcher to get ahead early. It's very hard to compete when you're down in counts consistently. But Maybach is particularly a beneficiary, as he misses up high there, a beneficiary of getting ahead early because he will mix it like nobody else in the conference. He has his curveball, slider, and changeup that goes along with a very, very powerful fastball. So if he's able to get ahead on you, you can't guess what he's going to go to because he'll go to his changeup. He'll go to his slider and his curveball. And if you get ahead, you just can't really count on which one he'll go to as he checks over to first. It's part of what makes him so dominant. I mean, he's the career wins leader here at Salve Regina. Strikeout leader as well, career. He's now tied up in a count 1-1. This one hit right side. Canoe is there. He makes the play, steps on first, and that'll do it here in the top of the first inning. 1 hit, 1 man left on base, no run score, and the Seahawks are coming to hit. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see you. Bottom 1 on the way. And welcome back, folks. It is bottom of the first. Leading off for the Seahawks here is Matt D'Amato in his comfortable leadoff spot. I've had conversations with him. He does love the leadoff spot. We'll see what he's able to do here today. Leading it off, ball is hit. Oh, boy, is that one launched. It is going to be catchable. Center fielder is under it, and he does make the catch. Launch angle on that one had to be 40 degrees or higher. Total distance traveled well over 400 feet. A moonshot hit out to center field. Just got under a little bit, held up there in the air for him. If he was able to flatten that out, I am not kidding. That ball would have hit the library behind right field. Nonetheless, a leadoff out here for the Seahawks. But a good sign if you're Matt D'Amato. He's seeing the ball well. If that's a sign of things to come. First pitch here to the second batter, Dustin Cicada. His first time this season in the second spot. Loud contact there from Matt D'Amato. We'll see what he's able to do in his next few at-bats, but that's an encouraging start to the day for him. This one, again, fouled away. Seahawks swinging early and often. And although those are fouled back, those are barrels, so he's not hitting it on like the sweet spot middle part of the barrel, the part of the barrel that'll drive the ball out to the outfield, but it's on the barrel, just he's a little bit under it. If he's able to get on top of that ball, this as well is going to be a well-hit ball somewhere into the gaps in the outfield. 1-2 pitch to Cicada. Good eye, takes it down. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cicada is 5 for his last 6 when inside the box. And this one is well inside. So now from 0-2 to 3-2, full count here. Cicada has wheels. It'd be nice to have him on first base, although that's saying the bare minimum. Of course, that's true. 3-2 pitch. This one hit right over the wall in left field. Get going, baby. It is out of here. You got to be kidding me. Oh, boy. Get out of town. That one was a rocket. Absolutely blasted. Have a moment. His first at bat in the 2 spot this year. And he says, how about this, coach? Put me here every time. Moonshot. Come on now. Seahawks are on the board. It's 1-0. Oh, wow. The second that one touched the barrel, it was gone. I don't know exit velo all that well, but I can tell you this much, more than 100 miles an hour as that ball left the bat. Absolutely blasted. Come on now, Dustin Cicada, have a moment. That brings up Dylan Ketch. First pitch to him was in there for a strike. That one's up high. What a way to start a game. Matt D'Amato just missed on his one. Dustin said, I'll pick you up. Sends it 375. This one grounded. Shortstop's there. He has it. Throws first. Is in time, and that will retire Dylan Ketch. 2 outs now. 4-hitter Tyler Canoe steps up to the plate. And that home run right there adds to what has been a powerful year for the Seahawks. Last year, it was not the case. There was 9 home runs last year in total. The Seahawks now have 29 home runs, in this being their 28th game. That right there is good enough for 40th in the country. There are 393 Division III baseball programs out there, and the Seahawks are 40th when it comes to power. This one hits center field. There's going to be a tough play. Center fielder is there. He makes the play, and that will do it to finish the point. The Seahawks have power. This lineup has it up and down the lineup. The leader on this team has 6 home runs, tied for first. That was him right there, Tyler Canoe. It's not like one guy is really driving them all home. It has been a shared effort. And another one there, Dustin Cicada. We'll take it to the break. It's going to be top 2 when we come back. Nobody was left on. We do get the run. Top 2 on the way. Welcome back, Seahawk Baseball. Top two, Patrick Maybach on the mound, of course. In the box now, number 24. And that will be Jacob Singer. First pitch coming to him. First pitch in there for a strike. Good start to the inning for Patrick Maybach. Singer is a grad student at NYU, second baseman for the squad. He's now down on the count 0-1. Good pitch there by Maybach off the plate away, even to count up at 1-1. Based off of what I can see so far today, it looks as if the zone is going to be down. If you're able to locate a pitch down a little bit below the knees, you'll get the strike. As he does there, that one was well down. So, yeah, the zone is low. You can get away with pitches low in the zone. It looks like the corners, outside, inside. If it's off the black, it's not going to be called for a strike. But down low, you are getting calls. The 1-2 pitch here for Maybach swung on and missed. Strikeout number 1 of the day for Patrick Maybach. He takes his walk around the mound. Good way to start the inning. That pitch came on the curveball. I really think that this is going to be a benefit for Patrick Maybach to have the low part of the zone being open for called strikes, because he's a guy that can, as I've said before, throws 3 pitches that will break down. First pitch here in there for a strike. Great curveball. His slider has 3-dimensional movement, so it'll break across the 2-dimensional plane horizontally, but it'll also break vertically down as if it's a slurve. His curveball is more of a 12-6. He throws it there, misses it up. And then his changeup will break down either into a lefty or away from a righty. And so if he's able to locate these lower part of the zone pitches, he's going to be getting a few extra strike calls. And if you're Patrick Maybach, you take that all day. This one swung on and fouled. We'll see if Maybach's able to take advantage of this. He's a grad year student, a very smart pitcher. I'm sure that he's already aware of that and is having conversations with pitching coach McKeon about calling for pitches down in the zone. Which is one of the great parts about having a pitching coach like Andrew McKeon. If Maybach feels something, he says, this is what I'm feeling today, McKeon will start to work with that and have that be the approach that Maybach has going forward. This one is in there for a strike. Strike 3 on the curveball. Back-to-back strikeouts, Patrick Maybach. 2 up, 2 down again. 1 swing and 1 looking. That last hitter was the right fielder, number 9, Van Landingham. Up now the DH, Baker. Zane Baker, a senior infielder from Bellevue, Washington. Had a conversation with him before the game. I played against him in high school. All the way over here in Newport, Rhode Island. Great pitch there from Maybach. He's ahead 0-2. Another great curveball. I'm telling you, the pitch shape is there for him. This could be a great day for Patrick Maybach. The 0-2 pitch on the way, swung on, fouled back. Had a conversation with his hitter Baker before the game. Played against him in high school. And for all of those at home wondering, yes, I did in fact strike him out. That made me smile. 0-2 pitch again here from Patrick Maybach. And it is up and away. Count moves 1-2. Well, with this pitch here, Maybach looking to strike out the side. The pitch on the way, swung on and missed. That'll do it for the top of the second. 3 batters faced, 3 batters retired, all via the strikeout. We head back to some Seahawk offense. Bottom 2 is on the way. It's 1-0 Seahawks. And welcome back. Bottom two, Will McCarthy at the plate for the Seahawks. He takes strike one. Now this one lifted, hit hard out to left field. Left fielder is there, not able to make the catch. Over his head, up against the wall. He retrieves it, throws it back in, and just like that, Will McCarthy is standing on second base. Oh boy, that one was hit hard. Another hard hit ball here for the Seahawks. And now, nobody out, runner standing on second base. Whew, first pitch of the inning, he goes swinging. He gets all of it over the left fielder's head. And that brings number 13, the DH, Ryan Gracial, up to the plate. I was watching BP earlier today, and he is feeling it. A lot of barrels for him in batting practice. We'll see if it's able to translate. First pitch to him. Swung on and missed. Good swing there. Extra base hits in both of the first two innings for the Seahawks here. Pitcher checking on. Ooh, into the dugout, hit hard. It looks like everybody's okay. It's not funny when the ball goes in the dugout. If it hits somebody, it could actually really hurt. But they all duck at the same time. It's almost mesmerizing to watch. Nonetheless, it is 0-2, no balls, 2 strikes, Ryan Gracial. He's been a new entrant to the lineup. He's been in the lineup starting last 3 games. He sees that one up and in. He showed power early in the season, but really caught his stride recently. Has 2 home runs, the first of which came against Johnson and Wales, I want to say. I know that's not correct. I forget who you're playing. Excuse me for that. He swings and misses there. But he has been hitting home runs in relatively frequent order. 2 home runs in the last 4 games for him. After that strikeout to Gracial, that brings up today's center fielder, Brandon Grover. Runner on second. The key to success for the Seahawks will be driving runners who are in scoring position into score. It's been a part of the game that the Seahawks would like to improve upon because they're, as I've said so many times, the underlying metrics for this team, if they were applied to a single player, you would think that is a phenomenal player. Like as a team, we're hitting over 300. Ball 2 to Grover. As a team, over 300. The on base over 400. The slugging over 500. Like those are numbers that get you, $300 million contracts at the major league level. Really, really good offensive production. It's about driving those runners home that the Seahawks are going to have to really, find a way to do, especially when you play against the teams like Eastern Connecticut State that are so talented and I guess have the pedigree of championship level baseball that the Seahawks are looking to and have the capacity to achieve. It's important in those games that you have the players that are driving those runners in once they get into scoring position. And we'll see. Here's a spot for it. Runner on second base. It is Will McCarthy. Only 1 out. Brendan Grover at the plate. 3-1 count for him. This one hit hard, right side. Second baseman is there, reaches over, throws it to first, and that is in time to retire the center fielder, Brandon Grover, over to third as Will McCarthy. So now 2 outs. And that brings up the right fielder, Tyler Petrosino. Petrosino has been phenomenal as he takes strike 1. In conference play, 443 is the batting average. He has a pure slugging over 600 during that time as well. Beyond impressive. This one hit very hard right side past first base coach Stephen Phillips. Foul ball. Count moves 0-2. This one's well outside. Count moves 1-2. There's a lot of game left, and the Seahawks have been barreling the ball well so far today, but they would love to score that runner from third. This one swung on, hit, fouled off, third baseline, out of play. Again, the 1-2 pitch to Petrosino. This one didn't even cross the plate in the air. Count moves 2-2. That one is again inside. So now another Seahawk hitter who started the count 0-2, who sits in a 3-2 count. Big spot here. Petrosino looking to do something. Take the ball the other way or drive it. This one swung on and fouled back. For those of you who are not here, I can't even begin to describe it to you. In the box that I sit in, the wind is absolutely, whistling. I don't even know how to describe it. A very strong wind headed out to center field. If you're able to get on top of a ball and drive it, good chance that it'll get some extra carry. This one swung on and missed. Great swing there by Petrosino, not able to connect. The Seahawks strand the runner at third. That is Will McCarthy. Bottom of the second is over. One runner left on. Top three is on the way. Welcome back. Top of the third. Seahawks on top 1-0. Up to the plate now for NYU. Nick Argenziano, first baseman. We'll see what Maybach's able to do this inning. Obviously coming back off of what is about a good an inning as you can get. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. First pitch here in the third. Swung on and missed. Big swing from the 8-hitter there. Now the 0-1 pitch from Maybach. Missed with a slider, spiked it. Umpire runs out to give catcher Dylan Ketch a bit of time. That one bounced off, ricocheted off what appeared to be his elbow. He appears fine. Everybody resets. The 1-1 pitch from Maybach on the way. Great curveball, called for a strike. Great pitch there. He now sits in a 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch from Maybach. Another slider. This one hit back up the middle. And Grover will pick that one up, throw it back into Chris Veneruso. So just like that, the leadoff hitter here for the inning on base with a single up the middle. Now the 9-hitter, Russell, or pardon me, Dakota Barbette, up for NYU. Nobody out, runner on first. Good fastball there, missed with it. Count moves 1-0. Check over to first, not in time. Argenziano back safely. And the count moves to 2-0. This one, again, another fastball up and away. A little bit of trouble here for Maybach. Runner on first, nobody out. Count is 2-0. We'll see if he's able to work himself out of this one. He normally is able to do so. 2-0 pitch, long hold. And this one in there for a called strike. Count moves 2-1. Another one of those pitches that's low in the zone that you're able to get the called strike on. Maybach will take it. Big difference between 3-0 and 2-1. Looking at the numbers, the on-base percentage, almost a 500-point difference. This one swung on and missed. Great slider there from Maybach. So now from 2-0 to 2-2. And he got his swing and miss pitch there. We'll see if he goes up in the zone or stays down. His last two pitches have both been down in the zone. Maybach with his set. Oh, boy. Eric Sorella had to get out of the way in a hurry. He did so. Foul ball. Count stays even at 2-2. His last pitch was a slider. We'll see if he goes back to it again here. 2-2 pitch on the way. Another slider, and he gets the strikeout. Great pitch there, Patrick Maybach, and now there is one down. A big, pivotal first out of the inning. The difference between having runners on first and second, nobody out, and having one out with a runner on first. If you look at the run matrix, which is just empirical data from a very long history of data, with runners on first and second, nobody out. The expected runs for that inning, a tad over 1.3, 1.4. If you get that first out, it goes back down to about 0.7 expected runs for the base out situation we have now, which is one out runner on first. So a big difference there. Check over to first, not in time. The reason for the difference there, because it's about, it's double. If you get a guy on first and second, nobody out, versus one out runner on first, there's a lot of different ways you can play baseball to score one of the runners. Bunt, get a guy to second and third, and then sack fly. Obviously, a base hit has a good chance of scoring the guy from second base. A lot of different ways you can play baseball with runners on first and second, nobody out. Now it's a bit tougher to play offense. First pitch was in there for a strike. Another check over to first. Maybach paying close attention to Argenziano. He's not that much of a threat to run. This one hit hard. McCarthy is there, fields it, throws first, and it is in time. Great play, Will McCarthy. That one was a screaming ground ball hit over to him. Fielded it cleanly, got rid of it. And judging off his reaction, that was putting his body on the line for the team. He's holding his stomach. He is fine. He's going to be completely fine. But he took that one off the stomach to make the play, so puts his body on the line, and it works. Big out for the Seahawks. 2 outs now, runner on second. Just one pitch away from getting out of the inning. First pitch, swinging a miss. Fourth swing and miss of the day. Berman is the batter, catcher. Long hold, the 0-1 pitch from Maybach again, swung on and missed on the slider. The slider has been working really well for Maybach here today. He now finds himself in a 0-2 count with a chance to end the inning from a lot of different ways. 0-2, you got to love it if you're Patrick Maybach. We'll see if he goes up in the zone or stays down. It's been 2 sliders down so far in this at-bat. We'll see what he does here. He's got his set. He winds, pitch, deals, and slider. Strike 3, goes back to it. 3 pitches to get the out on the strikeout, all of which were swung on and missed. So what a way to end that inning. Maybach surrenders a single to start off the inning and then goes strikeout, ground out, strikeout to finish off the inning. So that means it is still 1-0. We're headed to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Seahawks are on top 1-0. Back in a minute. Welcome back to the bottom of the 3rd inning here in beautiful Newport, Rhode Island. This is Niles Silverman. First pitch to Chris Veneruso, called for a strike. It goes both ways. That one was down in the zone. But that's the way that the zone's going to be today. 0-1 pitch now to Veneruso. That one well outside. Not going to be called for a strike. Count moves even. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is our first chance to get to see Chris Veneruso having one of the better weeks in Division III baseball this past 8 games. He now sees a strike. He's down on the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good eye. Oh, I was going to say good eye. That one's called for a strike. Slider well off the plate away. Veneruso not happy about it. Neither is head coach Eric Sorella. For good reason. It was well outside. Nonetheless, it is a strikeout, so that will do it for Veneruso in his first at-bat of the day. Up now for his second at-bat, left fielder Matt D'Amato. First pitch to him. This one swung on, fouled off. And he takes ball 1 there. Count evens up at 1-1. This one swung on, hit right side. Second baseman is there, plays it off the hop, throws to first, and it will be in time. 2 outs now. A 2-hitter, Dustin Cicada, steps back into the box. He's coming off an electric first at-bat where he ripped the ball over the left field wall into the bushes. He's looking to repeat that kind of production. Obviously a very tough thing to do. No Seahawk batter this year. Great first pitch there from the starting pitcher. Made that pitch move. No batter this year for the Seahawks has hit 2 home runs in the same game. Cicada making it easier for himself to be the first. He has a few at-bats left to try and get his second. Wind is still blowing out to center field. This one hit very hard, but it's going to be foul. And just like that, the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch swung on, hit. Fouled off. It will be a foul ball. After that last at-bat where he hit the home run, Cicada is now 6 for his last 7. His hit streak is moved to 8 games, which is the active leader. And a bit of confusion there. Some of the NYU players started running off the field. It did look good. Pitch was called for a ball. Count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch, this one swung on, hit hard, hit foul. There's a house it might hit, and it does not. Off the bounce, it does. Again, the 2-2 pitch. This one hit left side. Good play by the third baseman to get the ball. Throws to first. It's not going to be in time. And just like that, Dustin Cicada is on first base. That will go down. And Cicada returning to home plate. It appears as if that ball was foul. And given that he's going back to the box, I can tell you with exact confidence the ball was in fact foul. Count stays even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. And after all that confusion, it'll go down as a strikeout. Dustin Cicada called out, tried to hold back his check swing, was not able to according to the home plate umpire. So that will do it for the Seahawks here in the bottom of the third. No runners left on base, no hits, no runs, no errors. Top of the fourth on the way. Patrick Maybach still cruising. Top 4 coming up. And welcome back. It's the top of the fourth here at historic Reynolds Field. Patrick Maybach going off, you could say. Through 3 innings, he has 5 strikeouts, giving up just 2 hits, no walks along the way. First pitch to him here in the top of the fourth, in there for a called strike. Oh my goodness, is his slider looking good. Gets it with there. Cam Dunn is the hitter here. He's a sophomore infielder. This one hit very hard out to left center field. It is going to get down for a single. Matt D'Amato cuts it off, throws it back in. Strong arm gets it in. And just like that, another leadoff single for NYU. 2 hits today for Dunn. We'll see how NYU approaches this. They'll be at a premium for runs given Patrick Maybach's on the mound. We'll see if they bunt. It appears that they will not. First pitch is swung on and fouled off. It's the 4-hitter, Connor Rogero, at the plate. And although it is a 4-hitter, you would like to see that runner get to second base as quickly as possible. This is going to be a tough game to score runs. This one hit right side. Veneruso is going to be there, throws to second in time, and that will retire the leadoff batter. That is Dunn. Dunn remains down. Hope he's all right. Cicada with a nice gesture. Picks him up. Very thoughtful. Very nice. The way that play actually turned out was first baseman Tyler Canoe fielded it, threw over to Dustin Cicada, who was covering second base. Chris Veneruso and Patrick Maybach both went over to first base. There was no throw. So now there's 1 out. Runner does stay on first. It's always tough when you're in a situation where you're 4 hitters at the plate. And you need to make the decision of whether to bunt or not, because of course you feel like you want to let that one's very close, and it is in time. Picked off. Down goes Rogero. Wow, so just like that, 2 outs, nobody on. And now all this talk I was having about, do you want to bunt? Well, obviously the answer, looking back in time, would have been yes, because now there are 2 outs, nobody on after the fielder's choice. The Seahawk dugout is enthused. First pitch in there for a strike from Patrick Maybach. He's looking to get out of this inning very quickly. But after the fielder's choice in the pickoff, nobody on, 2 outs, 0-1 pitch. In there, swung on, fouled back. Count now 0-2. Talk about a good situation. We'll see if Maybach goes to a slider here. It's been really good today. NYU down only 1. 0-2 pitch from Maybach. It is hit back up the middle. Veneruso is there. Nice play with the glove. Throws to first. Great throw in time. And that'll do it here for the top of the 4th. Way to work out of it. Everybody on the field for the Seahawks. What started off as a potentially tumultuous inning ends without any chaos or excitement. If you're an NYU fan, that is. If you're a Seahawk fan, lots of excitement. Nonetheless, nobody left on base. We head into the bottom of the 4th. The score still Seahawks 1, NYU nothing. And welcome back to the bottom of the 4th inning. Leadoff hitter here for the Seahawks is the catcher. And why not mention the all-time hit leader in the history of Salve Regina baseball? It's Dylan Ketch. He's down a 0-1 count. Good take there. Curveball inside. Count moves even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dylan Ketch looking for his first hit of the game. And he takes that one off the plate away. Good eye. Good fastball from the starting pitcher, Judge. 2-seamer. Ran off the plate. That one hit hard, hit high, though, and the right fielder is there. He's under it. Reaches up, and he makes the catch. Leadoff batter retired here for the Seahawks. After that flyout, the first baseman, Tyler Canoe, is now up for the Seahawks. That last one there from Dylan Ketch, it was caught on the barrel. He was under it as well, so that makes a good amount of balls that have been barreled. This one's grounded. Good play by the shortstop to stay with that ball. Throws to first. It's in time. Quick 2 outs here for NYU. But Dylan Ketch barreled it, but was under it. So he had a, similar to Matt D'Amato in the first, just hit it a mile in the air. So a lot of distance traveled on the ball, but it was unable to kind of get, I guess, horizontally, get horizontal distance on, a lot of vertical distance on the ball. In time, those will flatten out. Law of large numbers. McCarthy now up to the plate. After that swing and miss, the count moves even at 1 ball and 1 strike. McCarthy had a leadoff double back in the second. McCarthy does not like that one, but it was a strike given the umpire's zone today, down well below the knees. He's able to hold off the curveball there. Count moves to even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-2 pitch. Will McCarthy, this one swung on, popped up. Looks playable. First baseman calls it, and he has it. So just like that, the Seahawks are retired in order here in the bottom of the 4th. Top of the 5th is on the way. Game's moving along quickly through 4. Only 53 minutes. Top 5 on the way. Welcome back, Seahawk Baseball. It's Newport, Rhode Island. Niles Silverman. During the break, we got a chance to see Brandon Grover's arm through an absolute rocket over from center field to the man that was playing catch with Matt D'Amato for in between innings. It was Declan O'Hara, a non-baseball play, but I'll tell you what, it was fun to watch. Always fun to watch. Good baseball, good talent. First pitch here in the top of the 5th, Patrick Maybach, and that hits him. So just like that, Van Landingham gets hit by the pitch, and he's on first base. Of the 5 innings, the leadoff batter has reached for NYU 3 times. The leadoff batter has not gotten past second base in any of the innings. First pitch in there for a strike by Patrick Maybach. Baker, the DH, up now. Zane Baker, infielder. He's a senior. He is from Bellevue, Washington, as was mentioned earlier today. It appears they're not going to bunt with him either here in this situation. It's in there for a strike. That's what I thought. Count moves 0-2. I am a bit shocked that NYU is not going with the bunt. They're only down by 1, and getting runs across against Maybach, it's going to be very difficult to do that if you're just trying to get hits off of him. He's a very difficult pitcher to hit. His whip is still under 1 on the season. He does not give up a lot of hits. Very close to the double play there. He's safe back at first, but it is a strikeout for Patrick Maybach. So just like that, now there is the 1 out, and now getting that runner to second base is not as important as sacrificing an out. Getting a runner to second base with 1 out is generally a good idea, because if you get another ball in play, A, you can score them if it's a single. B, there's a lot of different ways that you can play it. There's, if a pass ball gets passed and all of a sudden you're in a sack fly situation where you can score a run with 1 out, you're not going to bunt to move a runner to second. It just doesn't really add up, because you don't really gain an advantage in the game by getting that runner to second base with 2 outs. It's worth it for 1 out. It's not worth it for 2 outs. So now the count's 0-1. NYU probably wishing they had bunted in each of the last 2 innings when there was a runner on first with no outs. Because just like that, the count moves 0-2. Great pitch there by Maybach, one of his first changeups of the day. And it had Argenzio chasing. So now the 0-2 pitch. We'll see what Maybach goes to here. Could be the slider. Could again be the changeup. Had him fooled badly on the last pitch. Long hold. The pitch is in there. Fastball up. And the 1-2 pitch, slider. Good hold by Argenziano to not swing at it. Good pitch there. Good pitch shape. Good place of the pitch. Doesn't get the swing. Count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Maybach will most likely attack the zone here. We'll see if he goes with the fastball or the slider. It is the slider, and it is fouled off over the third base dugout. And now after that inside fastball and the 2-2 pitch, the count does move full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Maybach takes his set. An important 3-2 pitch. On the way. Swung on and missed. Throw down second. It is. Oh, it's not in time. Well, Maybach does get the strikeout, but it is a stolen base. Chris Veneruso a little bit shaken up on the plate. It appears as if either his hand got caught against the base when number 9 slid in Van Landingham and that jammed Veneruso's hand, or it just simply hit off the helmet of Van Landingham. Either way, Veneruso a tad bit shaken up. He is fine. He'll stay in the game without getting checked. Bit of a wake-up call. But just like that, there are now 2 outs. Runner is at second. Back-to-back strikeouts for Maybach. He now has 7. First pitch, curveball. Call the ball off the plate and away. This is the 9-hitter. Dakota Barbette, shortstop today. He's in a 1-0 count. Favorable position to be in. Make it 2-0, even more favorable. Well, the scoreboard says it's no balls, 2 strikes. I'll be prepared for if that's the situation. In my book, I have it as 2-0. We'll see who's right. Well, the board says 1-2 now, so I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to go with 3-0 because, I'm just pretty sure that's what it is. If strike 3 happens, I'm not prepared for it. Excuse me. Nonetheless, the upcoming pitch on the way. And that is ball 4. So the first walk of the game surrendered to the 9-hitter. Now there are runners on first and second, just the 1 out. Leadoff hitter, Brandon Carr. He has flown out to center and grounded out sharply to third base in his 2 at-bats today. Both of them he hit well, found a barrel on both. Good spot for him. 2 runners on, chasing a run. First pitch for Maybach outside. Well, a little bit of turmoil here for Maybach. He is not finding himself ahead in counts like he was in the early parts of the game. Last 3 batters have started with the ball. Has a walk and a hit by pitch in this inning. Evens the count up. Great strike there. Needed strike. Count evens up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Although, again, I'm having issues with the guy that's on the board. The board has it as 2-0. A lot of chatter from the Seahawk infielders telling Patrick to get after it. Swung on, hit third base, not able to get it. They're going to send the runner in from third. Matt D'Amato, good arm. They're going to give it a shot. The throw to the plate will not get to the plate. Cut off by third baseman Will McCarthy. So just like that, the score evens up 1-1. Good piece of hitting there from the leadoff hitter. And for the first time today, him finding a barrel has given him something to show for it in the scorebook. First hit of the day for him, his first time on base. 2 outs still. That brings up number 7, Grant Berman, hailing from Notre Dame High School in California, a famed high school in the Los Angeles area. First pitch to him was a strike. Count moves 0-1. It's good to see Maybach on the right side of that count to start off a batter. The 0-1 pitch here to him. Off the plate away. Count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. The first long inning so far, first long half inning for Maybach. 1-1 pitch. Great curveball there. Comes back, needed it. Gets the count to 1-2. Now on a pitcher's count. Looking to do something with it. We'll see what he goes to here. His slider has been his go-to pitch in situations like this all day. If he's able to do it again here, it'd be a big strikeout. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. He has his set. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, hit right side, and it will be foul. Canoe fielded it cleanly. It was just foul. Count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cicada shading, playing with a runner at second base just a little bit. He now comes off. Pitch for Maybach, swung on and missed. The check swing said he'd go around. So that will do it here for the top of the 5th inning. 1 run does score, but Maybach strands 2. The score is tied 1-1. Bottom of the 5th on the way. Welcome back. Bottom of the 5th. First batter here for the Seahawks is number 13, Ryan Gracial. First pitch to him was in there for a strike. Judge has really caught his stride recently, retiring his last 9 batters he has faced. Big swing and miss there from Gracial. Gracial has found his power stride. If he's able to connect with the ball, it will certainly be hit very hard. That is to say the least. The 0-1 pitch, outside and away. Count evens, or count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. This one swung on, hit very hard and off the third baseman's glove. It could be trouble. Ryan Gracial rounds first. He's going to head over to second, and he's going to get to second easily. He stands up, so a leadoff double for Ryan Gracial. Just what the Seahawks needed. Broke up what was 9 straight retired batters by the starting pitcher, Judge. And now, with nobody out, runner on second base, it will be a pinch runner, number 28. Welcome to the game. It is Declan O'Hara. Good speed now on the bases at second base. Bunt showed by Grover. Takes the ball. Now, while NYU did not choose to bunt to get the runner over from first to second in either of the last 2 innings, the Seahawks most likely are going to bunt to get Declan O'Hara over to third. The play is in here. It's a great bunt. The chance to be a single, and it is. So a bunt single for number 8, Brandon Grover, that has the dugout going crazy. So it was set up to be a sacrifice bunt, becomes a bunt single, and now there are runners on the corner with nobody out. Tyler Petrosino now steps into the box for the Seahawks, a power-heavy left-handed hitter. He is hitless in today's ball game. Looking to change that here. He's only 0 for 1. Had a good at-bat in his first at-bat. That was back in the second. Ended up striking out, but it was a long at-bat. This one swung on and hit off the barrel. Another barrel for the Seahawks, but it goes foul. Count moves 0-1. A lot of ways to score a run here. Infield playing back. Ground ball scores a run. Fly ball scores a run. Obviously, any base hit scores a run. But after that foul ball, count moves 0-2. Petrosino chokes up slightly. The outfield is playing way in. He takes that one for a ball, changeup down. Center fielder is playing about 75 feet in front of the wall. If Petrosino hits one not even like he's able to, but if he's able to just get part of it, he will send it way over the center fielder's head. A lot of power in that left-handed bat of Petrosino. Could fare well for the Seahawks here. Foul ball there. Count moves or stays 1-2. And now that one up in the zone. And again up in the zone. So now the count moves full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There is a free base open over at second. A walk would load the bases. On deck is number 4, Chris Veneruso. The 3-2 pitch on the way, and it is down low for ball 4. So just like that, bases loaded, nobody out. The hottest hitter for the Seahawks coming up to the plate. Oh boy, what a spot here for the Seahawks. It's currently tied 1-1. Seahawks looking to take a lead here. First pitch to Veneruso. In there for a strike. 0-1. On deck for the Seahawks. Matt D'Amato, who has barreled the ball twice so far today, has nothing to show for it in his box score. But right now, it's all about Chris Veneruso. He takes a pitch up in the zone. This is a really, really good spot for the Seahawks. Chris Veneruso, yes, his bat is hot, but as we've talked about so many times, he's a good hitter or a good batter. If he's not seeing the pitches he wants, he will take them. The 1-1 pitch here is taken down for a ball. Chris Veneruso is not the type of guy you're going to get to chase. If you throw him a ball, he will take it. Good discipline, good approach. Counts now 2-1. Big moment for the Seahawks. Veneruso calls time. And just like that, 3 balls, 1 strike. Big spot here. All the leverage in the world on the back of starting pitcher Judge. Nobody warming up in the pen. This is his inning. The 3-1 pitch to Veneruso. Swung on, hit. Oh, boy, it's hard, and it is down for a fair ball. Into the corner and out of play. Ground rule double. Chris Veneruso. It scores 2. And just like that, the hottest hitter for the Seahawks stays hot. 2 RBI double. And that brings it from a 1-1 ball game to a 3-1 ball game. Huge difference. What a piece of hitting Chris Veneruso. Gets himself into a good hitter's count and then rips a liner down the left field line. Wow. 3-1. Nobody out. Matt D'Amato at the plate. Runners at second and third. Great speed on base at second. Infield comes in. D'Amato pops it up. Out of play. A 1 count to Matt D'Amato. Swung on, foul back again. Tough count now for D'Amato. He's down 0-2. Wind blowing out strongly to the outfield. Outfield still playing in. They have to be worried about the sac fly. Matt D'Amato takes a ball down in the dirt. Count moves 1-2. Three-1 ball game thanks to Chris Veneruso. Matt D'Amato looking to make it more. He takes a ball outside. Count now 2-2. Bottom of the 5th here for the Seahawks. A lot of damage done already in this inning. They're looking to add to it. 2-2 pitch. Upstairs, way upstairs. Now a full count. Still nobody out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. NYU hustling pitchers and catchers down at the bullpen. Huge pitch, 3-2. It is swung on. Ooh, just missed. Matt D'Amato strikes out swinging. And that brings Dustin Cicada back up to the plate for the Seahawks. He went yard, his first at bat now here in the bottom of the 5th. Runners on second and third for him. His first time batting with runners on base. This one is laid down. It's a bunt. The throw to the plate. It's not going to be in time. Bunt single. And he's able to get to second. Big play, Dustin Cicada. Wow. Lays down a sacrifice bunt. The pitcher tries to go to the plate with it. Not in time. It doesn't get the speedy runner. Petrosino, as he was running home, gets past the catcher. And now Dustin Cicada finds himself at second base. It'll go down into the book as a single. His second hit of the day. 7 for his last 9. And a huge one there. Scores now 4-1. Runners on second and third. Still just the 1 out. Clutch catch coming up the plate for the Seahawks. He's looking for his first hit of the day. He bunts as well. Pops this one up. Already a great 5th inning for the Seahawks, looking to add to it even more. This one chopped up the middle. It gets through. Cicada rounds third. He is going to head home. He is going to get there without a throw. Big single there from Dylan Ketch. Just like that, score moves 6-1. Oh, boy, was that a big 2 RBI single. 3 runs, that can be an inning, but you give Patrick Maybach a 5-run lead, and you really look at what he's able to do. Now he can pitch with the confidence that he needs in all of his pitches. Huge 5th inning outburst from the Seahawk team. Tyler Canoe not looking to end the party anytime soon. First pitch to him inside, but called for a strike. Count moves 0-1. Last at bat couldn't have been played any better by Dylan Ketch. You saw the infield in. He hit a chopper right back through the middle. That one called for a strike. Dylan Ketch still at first base. Tyler Canoe was about 6'6", and that was coming in below his shins. Nonetheless, the count is 0-2. We all knew the count. This one again, a chopper. The second baseman is there, but he's not able to make the play. Tough play, back-to-back choppers up the middle. Both of them have worked for the Seahawks. Another consecutive runner on base. That'll go into the book as a single. And now the Seahawks have officially batted around Will McCarthy, the 9th hitter of the inning. There are only one out. Runners on first and second. First pitch to McCarthy taken for a ball. Good eye. McCarthy leads the Seahawks in average with runners in scoring position. Looks like he may add to it there. Great play by the shortstop. He fields it, throws to third on the run. Barely in time to retire Dylan Ketch. I can't even really stress how great a play that was on the run. Moving right, throws it while in full sprint. And that changes it from a single to a fielder's choice for Will McCarthy. And now for the second time this inning, the spot that would be Ryan Gracial has come up. It will be a pinch hitter. It is Justice Welsh. Justice Welsh's first at bat of the day. He is the Seahawks. It's not a position that you have. Like, a first base is a position. Tyler Canoe plays first base. That's the way that it's been all year. Justice Welsh has been the guy that the Seahawks use as the primary pinch hitter all season for reasons like this. Runners on base, 2 outs. You feel like you need a big hit, driving some more runs. Who do you call? Justice Welsh. We'll see what he's able to do here. He's down on the count, 0-1. 2 arms now warming up for NYU. This will most likely be the last inning of work for the starting pitcher, Judge. He was great through 4. The 5th inning, obviously this inning, not great if you're an NYU fan or if you're Judge. 5 runs have scored, all earned. That last pitch to Welsh was clobbered, foul. So now the count 0-2. And a good fastball there for Judge. Strike 3, Justice goes down swinging. And that will do it for the Seahawks here in the bottom of the 5th. But a phenomenal inning. They score 5, leave 2 on base, bat 10, and now take the lead 6-1. We'll be back here shortly, top of the 6th on the way. Patrick Maybach still on the mound. And welcome back. It is the top of the 6th inning, and the Seahawks have 6. A great 5th inning of work for the Seahawks. First pitch from Maybach was called for a ball. Count is 1-0. Great curveball there, and it moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. Dunn, the third baseman, is the current hitter. And he now finds himself in a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Wind still whistling. Now the 1-2 pitch from Maybach, swung on, fouled back. Good curveball there from Maybach. Dunn just able to get a piece of it. Dunn has been a huge source of offense for NYU. He's 2 for 2. 2 of just 4 hits for NYU. Now in the 1-2 pitch again. This one swung on, hit unbelievably hard at his own dugout. Hits off the railing. Foul ball. Count stays 1-2. 2 foul balls now in the last 2 pitches. Good fight here by Cam Dunn. He's one of those hitters that were talked about a little bit earlier in today's game, over that 330 mark. He's hitting 342 on the year coming into today. That number probably closer to 360 after today's 2-hit performance. 1-2 pitch again. Able to hold back. So now the count moves 2 balls, 2 strikes. A bit of a neutral count. Nobody with the leverage. Another good hold by Cam Dunn. Based off what I've been able to see today, a very impressive hitter. Both these pitches Cam Dunn's offering out with his lower half and able to keep his hands back. That's how you teach it. Really good hitting there by Dunn. Without even swinging the bat. Now the count 3-2. Down low for a ball. So that'll be a leadoff walk here to start off the inning. Another leadoff man reaching against Maybach. That makes the last 4 innings where NYU has had the leadoff runner reach. Certainly not a type of category Maybach wants to find himself in. He's able to work out of it most of the innings so far today. Swung on, missed, throw to second, not in time. That one just caught a piece of the ground before Dylan Ketch was able to field it. Took a weird hot bounce off of his glove, got away from him, and that gave time for Cam Dunn to trot over to second base, slid in safely. So now a runner on second, nobody out. Wind gusting out to center field. Now the show bunt, hit over third. It will be foul. 2 strikes now. It appears that's the situation NYU will choose to bunt in. If you have a runner on second with nobody out, they'll bunt in that situation. Now there are 2 strikes. I highly doubt they'll attempt for the bunt again. Rogero is the batter at the plate. 2 strikes, no balls, pitch to him. Upstairs. Able to hold off. The NYU hitters doing a really good job of keeping their hands back. They're offering out the balls with the lower half, just not going through, just not swinging at it. So impressive job by NYU to stay off. Count moves 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one hit sharply. It's in the left field. They're going to send the runner from third. Matt D'Amato going to get a chance. Throw to the plate. It is offline. And that will allow for the runner to score. There are now 2 runs under NYU's name. The score 6-2. Salve on top. So for the second consecutive inning, the leadoff runner has scored for NYU. Another show for bunt. Maybach misses, down and in. Almost hits him. Back-to-back runners reaching. For only the second time today for NYU. Way to work back. Maybach gets the called strike. Count evens up 1-1. A few pitchers throwing for the Seahawks in the bullpen. Nobody fully warming up yet. Maybach, long look. This one shot. Cicada is there. Throws first. Great throw in time. First out of the inning comes via the ground out. 6-3. Runner does get over to third. Now Van Lanningham is going to have a shot. Runner on third, in scoring position, only the one out. A lot of ways to get the RBI here. Ground out, fly out, or single, or any base hit would get himself an RBI. Strikeout, obviously the ideal situation if you're Maybach. Doesn't get the strike call, look good. Good shape on the slider. One 0 count. Maybach takes his set, the 1-0 pitch. This one swung on again, hit up the middle. Oh, off the glove of Cicada. Tough hop. Zane Baker now up for NYU. Tough hop there for Cicada. Bounced up well above his head on that third bounce. Just tipped off the end of his glove. Runner on first, run scores. Score 6-3. Good curveball there. Not called for a strike. Maybach misses outside. Count 1-0. Again misses with a curveball. Count moves 2-0. Run on first, not much of a lead. Long look. 2-0 pitch in there for a strike. Big strike there. You never want to go down 3-0, especially with a runner at first. Only the one out. But now count 2-1. Chris Beach with his warm-up off. He's in his jersey, is coming down to the bullpen. It looks as if he'll be somebody that's going to be potentially going for the Seahawks. There's also Joe Escandon down there. Tommy Delvecchio, excuse me. A strike there from Maybach, though. This one hit right side. Canoe is there, fields it, throws second in time, throw back to first. Not in time. So a fielder's choice. Good play by Tyler Canoe to get the first out. Argenziano now up with 2 outs, runner at first. If the Seahawks can get out of this inning, still up 6-3, they will take it. Top or bottom of the 6 will be on the way. Good bullpen for the Seahawks. First pitch to Argenziano. He's able to hold off, takes a curveball down in the zone. Count moves 1-0. Picked over to first, not in time. Maybach really had to work here the last 2, really 2 1/3 innings. Pitch count up there. Most likely will be his last inning of work. This one swung on, hit right side. Brandon Grover's going to have a chance. He does. He makes the play. Good athleticism. Gets him there without having to dive for it. Great play, and that'll end the inning. One runner is left on. The 6 runs are for Salve. 3 runs for NYU. We are headed to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 6-3 ball game. Welcome back to Seahawk Baseball. New pitcher in the game is Joe Catale. Left-handed hitters are hitting over 650 against him, and we have one of our best, Brandon Grover, up now for the Seahawks to lead off the bottom of the sixth. First pitch of the game for Catale is swung on and fouled off by Brandon Grover. Grover 1 for 2 today with a run scored. Oh, 1 pitch to him, taken down low for a ball. Catale, in his 9 appearances, has only managed to get through 8 innings of work. Not exactly ideal. Now the 1-1 pitch laid down for a bunt. Catale is there. He's going to have a chance. Throws to first. It appears as if the first baseman came off the bag. That is not, however, what the umpire will call it. So 1 up, 1 down after the bunt single does not quite work in favor of Brandon Grover. Very close play. If we had instant replay, I'd be convinced there'd be something to look at there. We don't. The call on the field will stand. 1 up, 1 down. Petrosino now up. First pitch to him inside for a ball. Catale shows off his slider for the first time there. Another slider from Catale. That one gets in there for a strike. Good shape on it. A lot of horizontal break. 1-1. This one swung on, hit up the middle, and it'll be down for a base hit. Petrosino, good piece of hitting, stays down on a slider. Able to stick on it. And a single up the middle, line drive, well hit. His first hit of the day. He's now 1 for 2. And that'll bring Chris Veneruso up to the plate. He had the huge double back in the 5th. 2 RBI, broke the game from a tie 1-1 ball game to 3-1. That led to a continuation of some great Seahawk hitting. Ended up putting up 5 in the 5th. He started it. He now swings and pops this one up. Possibly playable. First baseman's there. He's not able to make the catch. It was playable. He missed it. Veneruso going to get a second life. Counts 0-1. There was a lot of tail on that ball coming off the bat of Chris Veneruso. First baseman not able to get under it properly. And now the count is 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Veneruso squares the bunt. He does so. It is going to be foul, however. That one moves foul. Now the count 0-2. After that bunt attempt goes foul. Tough spot for a good hitter. A pretty hefty shift. Big gaps down the left field line and in left center field. Center fielder shaded well towards right center. This one hit towards right center over the head of the second baseman. Back-to-back at-bats with a base hit for Chris Veneruso. That one gets over the second baseman's head. And if you want to start thinking about what he's hitting in his last 9 games, it's going to be somewhere near 500. Keep in mind, we're only 28 games through the year. So when I say the last 9 games, I'm talking about the last third of the season. He's only really played about 18 games. That means half of his season he's been hitting over 500 now. I mean, that's not unheard of, but it's very rare. Great job, Chris Veneruso. Pivotal, too. These aren't base hits in games where you just simply don't need it. His base hits have been big time. Big lead for Petrosino over at second. Pinch hitter in the game is number 25, Jared Benears. Gives me a moment and a chance to say hello to Mother Bingo, Father Bingo. And get this, how about Cousin Bingo, Matty Benears? He has had a point in each of the last 4 games for the Seattle Kraken of the NHL. Helped them have a good finish to the season. And yes, I'm talking about the NHL team, the Seattle Kraken. Now Jared Benears pops this one up. The right fielder is there. Oh, he can't make the play. He can't find it. So it's going to go down for a base hit. A single for Jared Benears into that right field, into the Bermuda Triangle. The right fielder unable to come up with it. Good piece of hitting there by Jared Benears. That loads the bases after his single. Now loaded bases for the 2-hitter, Dustin Cicada. He has 2 base hits today. He's 2 for 3. Looking to make it 3 for 4. First pitch to him, swung on, hit up the middle. Shortstop's there, flips second, throws first, and it is in time. So that will do it here in the bottom of the 6th. Bases were loaded. Good job by the middle infield. They had him shifted a little bit, and that will get 2 outs, retires his side. 3 men left on base. Nobody scores. And it appears as if no new pitcher will be coming into the game. Patrick Maybach will be back on the mound when we come back for the top of the 7th. And welcome back. Sorry for the quick delay. We are back here in the bottom of the seventh. Leading off for the Seahawks is number 14, Dylan Ketch. He had a 2 RBI single in his last at-bat. Looking to continue the hot streak for him. He's another guy like Cicada that's been hitting it like crazy with consistency. He rips that ball foul. Up for the Seahawks in the pen, number 29, Andrew Roman. In his last appearance against Eastern Connecticut State University, he was absolutely flawless. Had 2 strikeouts. His slider looked sharp. And his fastball is the pitch that everybody knows him for. He can get that thing up to 91, 92 with ease. He was using that beautifully against ECSU. Now Dylan Ketch rips a ground ball through the right side in for a single. So back-to-back singles for Dylan Ketch. He extends his hit record with Salve Regina University with that single. And now Salve Regina Seahawks have a runner on first with nobody out. A great situation to be in, especially when that gives you Tyler Canoe up at the plate. Power hitting first baseman. In his last game against ECSU, he hit a home run. This one swung on, popped up, center field. Center fielder reaches up, makes the play. The hit and run was in play on that one. Dylan Ketch has to retreat back to first base. 1 out now after that pop fly out to center field. And Will McCarthy is the batter now. He had a double in his first at-bat. Reached on a fielder's choice in his last at-bat. Would have been a single if it weren't for the great play by the shortstop, number 13. That is Dakota Barbette. That one's called for a strike. Inside slider. Gets in on the hands. Called for a strike. Count 0-1. Seahawks still up 6-3. On 1 pitch to McCarthy. This one swung on, hit right side, out of play. Watch out for the cars. Hits off the house. Look at that. First time of the day. It always has to be a wild thing. You're inside. It's finals week. You're getting ready for your final on Monday. Then boom, thud right on the top of your roof. Nothing like that to break up some studying. This one swung on, hit back up the middle. Base hit, Will McCarthy. Center fielder's there. He cuts it off, throws back in. And now runners on first and second. Will McCarthy, his second base hit of the day. He has just been simply tearing it up. In conference, McCarthy hitting .417. And if you think back, Will McCarthy did not start. He was not a starter to begin the season. He was a guy that came in, had a really good fall, played a good amount last year, had a few at-bats in the regionals, but he wasn't the starting third baseman. It wasn't his job. So for him to come in the way that he has, he got a few at-bats early on to start the season, not much production in his first few at-bats, and then ever since he kind of took over as the starting third baseman, he has taken it and ran with it. He's hitting .417 in conference. His on-base percentage during that time, .563, and of recent, .400 in his last 8 games. .417 in his last 8 games. Trailing only 2 players during that time, right fielder Tyler Petrosino and second baseman Chris Veneruso. And on top of what he's been able to do with the bat, like he's been able to do today, 2 hits, would be 3. His glove is a elite level third base glove. He has a shot to be not only all conference, but he'll get some looks at All-American the way that he's been playing this year, especially if he's able to keep it up. Justice Welsh, who was the pinch hitter back in the 6th, bats again here. First pitch to him was a strike. Takes a ball low, diving back to first base is Will McCarthy. He was in there safely. Count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. There is the 1 out. Justice Welsh, a good hitter with runners in scoring position, 300 over the course of the year. In a situation when there's a runner on, he takes strike two. Good slider there. He's now in a bit of a hole. 1-2 is not an easy count to be a hitter. It has appeared that the current pitcher, Catale, is a two-pitch pitcher, only the slider and the fastball. We'll see what he goes with here. He goes with the fastball. It's off the plate away. Count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the 2-2. Catale with his set. And it swung on, hit, ground ball, shortstop, gets past him and in there safely. So now that will load the bases. E6. Justice Welsh on first. Will McCarthy on second and Dylan Ketch on third. Kyle Platt went to the game for the first time today. He'll be a pinch runner that gives us elite speed over at first base. No question about it. This is a good spot for the Seahawks. Brandon Grover, powerful left-handed bat, steps up to the plate with loaded bases, only 1 out. First pitch in there for a strike against Grover. A lot of Grover's power this season has come against left-handed pitching. 4 of his home runs have been against left-handers, which is a bit rare given that Grover is a left-handed hitter. He's now on a 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch swung on, hit, fouled off. With the speed of Platt at first, the ball into the gap would most likely score 3. This one hit right field, in there for a single. Rounding third base is Will McCarthy. He's going to give it a shot. He goes, and he's in there without a throw. 2 RBI single, Brandon Grover, and that takes the score to 8-3. Good piece of hitting. Brandon Grover stays on a slider, stays down with it, gets barrel on ball, drives it into right field, and that will score 2. Kyle Platt moves over to third base, and now the Seahawks have once again opened it up to a 5-run lead. And now as we sit here in the 7th, those 5 runs are a heck of a lot harder to come by. Only 2 opportunities left for NYU to push across 5. But the Seahawks aren't even done yet. Petrosino swung on, hit. Left field, it is down. It's going to be in for a base hit. Rounding first base. And in there for a stand-up double is number 15, Tyler Petrosino. 2 more runs scored, 10-3. We're in the 7th, and it's a 7-run lead for the Seahawks. Talk about situational hitting. Seahawks were looking to add a few insurance runs here in the bottom of the 7th, and they get a few off of the bat of the left-handed outfielders, Brandon Grover and Tyler Petrosino, doing their part. And now that brings up the hottest hitter on the team, Chris Veneruso. He's got 2 hits today. He's looking to make it 3. Runner in scoring position for him. It's a 10-3 ball game, folks. Seahawks have opened it up. Thanks to Tyler Petrosino and Brandon Grover. There goes Petro. He's going to be in there. The throw is not in time. He comes off the bag, though, and he is tagged out. That's an unfortunate way to get picked off because he had it. He stole third base safely in terms of he got to the bag before the throw was there. So he beat the pitcher and catcher in terms of getting to the third. But in his slide, he came off the bag and was tagged on his way back to third base. So that'll be the second out of the inning. Chris Veneruso still at the plate. Count is 1-1 to him. That one called for a strike. Good slider there from Catale. Now the count 1-2. That one off the plate. Count even again, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on, hit hard, right field. Right fielder is there. He's under it, and he makes the catch. So that'll do it here for the Seahawks in the bottom of the 7th, but damage is done. The Seahawks put up 4 thanks to the 2 RBI single and double off the bat of Brandon Grover and Tyler Petrosino. It is now a 7-run lead. And then to keep it a 7-run lead is the flame-throwing right-handed pitcher Andrew Roman. Top of the 8th is on the way. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back, and welcome to watching some great baseball out of the hand of Andrew Roman. The electric right-handed reliever is in there for the Seahawks. He's second on the team in relief ERA with a 2.63 ERA. He's down on the count 0-1. This one hit, swung on, fouled back. Count moves even, 1 ball, 1 strike. What's going to be exciting to see today is his slider, because back against Eastern Connecticut State University, when he was throwing it, it was coming out of his hand with horizontal break that was probably more than 2.5 feet. 30 inches of break would be my estimate in terms of where it's released versus where it's landing. Truly a plus pitch. He shows another fastball there, swung on and missed, so now it's 1-2. Number 27, Connor Rogero, is the batter. Rogero has been a 1-base hit guy for the NYU squad here today. He's 1 for 3. He is down on the count, 1-2 here. It's been all fastball so far in this at-bat from Roman. We'll see if he goes with the slider here. Now the 1-2, Roman has his set. Gets ready, the 1-2 pitch. It's a fastball hit, third base. McCarthy's gear. Good play, throws to first, strong throw in time. Great play, Will McCarthy gets the first out of the inning. And just like that, 1 up, 1 down. Good start to the day for Andrew Roman. Always helps when you have Will McCarthy playing third base for you. He had to read that properly. Feeling the ball is so much more than what you're able to do with your glove. Because, yes, when the ball's coming and you have to make that play with your glove, it's important that you have a good glove, that you're able to make the play. But it's also very important that you put yourself in a good position to make the play. This one hit up the middle. Tough play off the glove of shortstop. Dustin Cicada's glove would have been an incredible play if he was able to come up with it. He's not. Back to Will McCarthy, runner on first. You have to make the decision before the ball is near you or as it's coming towards you. You have to make the decision of, how do I think this ball is going to play off the grass? How's it going to play off of the bounces that it's taking? I'm going to put myself in a good position to make the play once it's in a position that I can actually put my glove to the ball. He did it really well, took 2 steps. Time is called, ball's out in left field. But Will McCarthy made a very good decision on how he wanted to field that ball. Got it, so he was able to get a long hop through to first. Good throw, strong throw. There was the 1 out. Now after Singer's single, it's Van Landingham. And Van Landingham is down early, 1-0. Good slider there from Roman. The 0-1 pitch, another slider, another swing and miss. Great pitch there again. And now just like that, the count is 0-2. We'll see if Roman goes back to the slider here. 0-2 pitch. Time is not called. They're going to call a balk on Andrew Roman. And given that Sorella is not challenging it, I will take the umpire's word for it. If Sorella disagreed with the call, I would disagree with the call. He's very good at sticking up for his players. If he has nothing to say, it was definitely a balk. I didn't quite see it, but I'm sure it happened. Count stays 0-2, I believe. Roman steps off. Roman has a set, long look back at second, and the slider in there, strike 3. Absolutely frozen. Good piece of pitching, Andrew Roman. Now there are 2 outs. And the designated hitter, Baker, back up to the plate for NYU. Big spot for him. If the NYU squad is going to have a chance, they're going to have to put up runs in this inning. That is a fact. Putting up 7 runs in an inning against anybody is very difficult, but against this Seahawk bullpen, it's practically impossible. Roman's going to make it hard for him. First pitch in there for a strike. Good fastball. Oh, 1 count. Roman checks back to second. Slider swung on and missed. Ooh, now we're really cooking. Roman has had his slider swung on and missed 4 times in the last 9 pitches. Counts 0-2. Does he go back to the slider? Yes, he does. It has popped up. Canoe's giving chase, but it's going to be out of play. Barely misses a car. So the count stays 0-2. Back-to-back sliders. Given Roman has the plus fastball, he most likely goes to it here. Inside fastball. That's my prediction. Roman takes his set. And it's a fastball, not called for a strike. Oh, very, very close. But thanks to having the count 0-2, he didn't need that pitch. He would have wanted it, of course, but the count's still 1-2. Good pitcher's count nonetheless. Andrew Roman checks back to second. And the 1-2 swung on and missed. There's the slider again, and that'll do it here for the top of the 8th inning. Andrew Roman simply electric with that slider. He retires the side. 1 runner left on base. The score still 10-3. Seahawks coming up for their final at-bats of the day. New pitcher will be in for NYU. Bottom of the 8th coming up. We'll be back in a minute. And welcome back. We are watching the final at-bats of the game for Salve Regina University. Up first for the Seahawks is number 25, Jared Benears. He is 1 for 1 today with the bloop single back in the 6th. Batting here in the 8th. 1-1 count for him. New pitcher is Joseph Argenziano, brother of starting first baseman Nick Argenziano. And after that foul ball by Jared Benears, the count does move to 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, two, this one swung on, hit. Chop, shortstop, he's there. Throws first in time. And that will retire the first bat out of the game for the Seahawks. Jared Benears, 1 for 2. Now up for the Seahawks, number 11, Dustin Cicada. Cicada, this will be his final chance to have 2 home runs in the same game. Obviously, it's extremely rare, almost unheard of, but I'll put it out there in case it happens. Count is 0-1. This one swung on, hit very hard, right side. Right fielder is going to be not able to make the catch. He stops just short of it. Base hit, Dustin Cicada. And now he has 3 hits in this game. What a streak he's on. Yes, 8 straight games with a base hit. But he came into the game 5 for his last 6, and he is now 3 for 5 today. I'll do the math for you. That is 8 for his last 11. A great stretch. Great run for Dustin Cicada. Good speed now on the bases at first base. Dylan Ketch now up. Ball down in the dirt. Cicada takes off for a second. He's going to be in there safely, and he almost takes off for a third. Ball got past the shortstop and the second baseman, but he stays put on second. So just like that, runner in scoring position for the great hitter Dylan Ketch. He has 2 hits today, 2 RBIs today. Which makes it all positions 1 through 9 have a base hit in today's game. Benears has a hit in the 1 spot, and then in the 2 spots, Cicada, Ketch in the 3, Canoe in the 4, McCarthy 5, Gracial 6, Grover in the 7 spot, Petro in the 8 spot, Veneruso in the 9 spot, all have hits in their box score, so a good day for the offense up and down the lineup. After that foul ball by Dylan Ketch, the count is 1-1. This one swung on, clubbed, second base. He is there, makes the play, throws to first in time. So now there are 2 outs. Cicada moves over to third base. Power hitting right-hander Tyler Canoe steps up to the plate. Runner on third base, just 90 feet away from being the 11th run of the game. Another game for the Seahawks. They've scored double digits. First pitch to Canoe, curveball, low. One 0 count now to Canoe. Always a threat for power. 1-0 pitch, down low, curveball. Back-to-back curveballs out of the hand of Argenziano. If he hangs a curveball to Canoe, Canoe could certainly put a charge into it. He's shown it before. One of his favorite pitches to hit is the hanging curveball. Back-to-back curveballs to start the count. We'll see if he goes back to it. He does, but not for his strikes. Another count 3-0. We'll see if Canoe has the chance for the green light here. Most likely not, given that they're up by 7. Yeah, fastball right down the middle. Didn't have the green light There's been a lot of talk about the unwritten rules of baseball. We've been seeing it at the major league level. The Giants have certainly been a point of scrutiny from around the league for the unwritten rules, bunting during perfect games, swinging 3-0, things like that. When you're up by 7, generally you just don't see it happen. Not entirely sure of why. Part of the history of baseball. Baseball's been around for over 160 years at a professional level, so it's just part of the history of the game. But nonetheless, you get yourself into a 3-0 count. If I see a pitch I like, I'm going to swing. Irrelevant now, the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. The pitch to Canoe. Called for strike 3. Oh, boy. Well, that'll do it here for the Seahawks in the bottom of the 8th. They do leave one man left on base over at third. It was Dustin Cicada, but we're headed to the top of the 9th, folks. We got a chance to end this one early. 10-3. Last outs of the game. Top 9 on the way. Well, welcome back for the final frames today here from beautiful Newport, Rhode Island at historic Reynolds Field. This was Niall Silverman on the call. It's the top of the 9th, and Andrew Rowan is on the mound. You give Andrew Rowan a 7-run lead, and I'll tell you what, you're going to keep the lead. That's for sure. I'll put it out there. I do not believe I could possibly jinx that. This is one of the best pitchers in the Northeast at the Division III level. He's on the mound now. That was his 16th pitch of the day. He's down on the count 1-0. I talk about Andrew Rowan being one of the better pitchers in the Northeast at the Division III level. There's a few guys that are like that. I mean, let's take a good look at a few of those players. The way that they're playing right now, Chris Veneruso has a shot to be all area if he's able to keep up the production that he's been having the second half of the season. It might be difficult because he really wasn't playing until about halfway through. Good pitch there by Roman, just off the plate away. Michael Breen was an All-American candidate at the shortstop position. He has a wrist issue, unclear of exactly how extensive that injury is going to be, but he'll be out for a little bit of time. But he was on the trajectory to be an All-American first, second, or third team. Then there's Dominic Karachi, who leads the league in a lot of the major categories, including ERA, WHIP, and Ks through 9. And yes, I mean leading the country. This one swung on, hit, popped up. Dustin Cicada not able to get there. He gives it a good look, fields it, runs it back into the infield. Leadoff single here for this here for NYU. That was Argenziano. but Karachi has a .4 ERA, which for all qualified pitchers, not just starters, is the best in the country. Strikeouts per 9, Dominic Karachi does lead all starters at 15.8 strikeouts per 9. Then in WHIP, walks and hits per inning, he's 4th in the country. Those are the 3 most important metrics for pitchers. He's leading in most of them, or he's leading in all 3 of those, and then there's a plethora of other metrics that he is just up there in. One of the best in the country. He'll get looks for Pitcher of the Year for Division III, All-American for sure, the way that he's pitching right now. 0-1 count. Great slider in there for a called strike. Count moves 0-2 on Barbette. Barbette made the great play against Will McCarthy back in the 6th. Now the 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. And that will retire Barbette via the strikeout. Great slider there to finish it off. Now the leadoff hitter, Ryan Carr, up to the plate with 1 out here in the top of the 9th. If you are NYU, what you're looking to do is put balls in play the other way, hope they find holes. First pitch from Roman, down and away for a ball. Count moves 1-0. This one swung on, popped up, right side, out of play. Other players that have legitimate chances or opportunities, or they'll get legitimate looks at all conference, all area, and all American is first baseman Tyler Canoe, hitting over 340 on the year, 6 home runs, slugging, pure slugging over 600, pardon me. He's having a great year. He also only has 1 error defensively, has a very long list of great plays over at first, helping the other infielders out, but making nice picks, also being a nice 6'5" target. He'll have a lot of opportunities to be all whatever you want to say, conference area American. Then there's right fielder Tyler Petrosino, who's hitting .443 in conference. He'll certainly be in the mix for first team all conference. Another pop up right side. Patrick Maybach, pitcher, today's starting pitcher. Another one of the players who have looks at all conference and all area, all Northeast. Third baseman Will McCarthy, the way that he's been playing since he took over as the starting third baseman, can't be underlooked. And those are things that don't go into the box score, which are things like swung on and missed, fouled off. Counts 2-2. The way that he plays the field is extremely impressive, and that goes along with his impressive stat line offensively. He'll be somebody that gets looks at all conference area. There are other players as well who have put together phenomenal seasons, but those are the players that, for the most part, have the history of work or the body of work throughout the season to put them in the driver's seat for some major awards at the end of the year. But we, of course, are not at the end of the year. We are here on a Saturday game in the top of the 9th. The count is 2-2. Leadoff hitter Ryan Carr trying to do something here. 2-2 pitch. Roman looks in, gets the call, gets the sign. He's set. 2-2 pitch. Pops out of the glove of the catcher. And after that slider just missed, the count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. A new catcher is in the game. Gianfranco Messina takes over behind the plate. Jared Benears, who pinch hit back in the 6th, has been playing left field. 3-2 pitch on the way from Roman. This one swung on, popped up. Right fielder Tyler Petrosino. He's there. He's under it. He makes the catch and fires it back in with his rocket of an arm. Now there are 2 outs, 1 out away from finishing this game. And that brings up number 7, Grant Berman. He is 0 for 4 on the day. Two outs, 1 out away from finishing this game off. Andrew Roman's first pitch, beautiful slider in there for a strike. The 0-1 pitch, fastball up in the zone. Even to count up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Long set, 1-1 pitch. Good fastball in there, popped up, possibly playable. Canoe's over. He is not able to make the catch. It was well out of play. And it landed on top of the bus. I hope NYU got insurance because that will leave a mark. And now, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top 9, 1 strike away from ending it. Andrew Roman takes a set. The 1-2 pitch swung on, hit back up the middle. It's going to get through for a base hit. Cut off by Brandon Grover. Toss it back into Chris Veneruso. Dustin Cicada, and to finish off the tandem, a passes back in. It gets all the way to Andrew Roman. So just like that, now there are 2 runners on, 2 outs, and a 3-hitter done. Cam Dunn up at the plate. Cam Dunn has been the problem for the Seahawks pitching staff today. He is 2 for 3 with a walk. First pitch to him. Great slider in there for a called strike. Good way to start the count for Andrew Roman. He's looking to end the game right here, right now. The 0-1 pitch, another slider. Just perfect, beautiful pitch. Beautifully placed. And now again, Seahawks just 1 strike away. Andrew Roman looks in. He gets his sign. Gianfranco Messina gives it to him. He's got his set. The 0-2 pitch. On the way, slider swung on, fouled off. This count has been, or this at-bat has been slider, slider, slider. We'll see if Roman goes to his fireball of a fastball. Still 0-2. Roman has his set. Takes a look at second. The 0-2 pitch in there. Swung on, popped up. Possibly playable. Not playable. And again, just misses a car. Oh boy, the Cards are getting sprayed here with just 1 strike left. Of all the times you get hit by a car, when you're 1 strike, of all the times to have your car get hit by a ball, when there's 1 strike left in the game, that's when it would hurt the most. A strikeout would hurt the most here for NYU. Roman looking to do that 0-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled off again. Good fight here by Cameron Dunn. Count still 0-2. 5th pitch of the at-bat on the way. Great fight by Cam Dunn. Roman looking to stop the fighting and the battle. Takes a look back at second. The 0-2 pitch. Slider. Oh! Does get the call. And that will do it. Strike 3, inside corner. Andrew Roman gets him looking. And that will do it here from Newport, Rhode Island at historic Reynolds Field. The Seahawks take the win 10-3, a powerful offensive day. Most notably started off and finished by Dustin Cicada. He went 3 for 5 with the big fly home run back in the first. Folks, we will see you tomorrow. It's a 12 p.m. start. We can't wait to see you. We hope to see you here in Newport. Have a good rest of your day. Seahawks on top.